I grew up in Croatia. I was born in 1920, and my father came to Canada in 1926, and he brought my mother, my brother, and myself over 1929. I was 9 years old at the time. In 1939, when I graduated from the course, the 3-year commercial course, I had a job until 1941. 1941, I I got an invitation from the government to enter into the army, and of course, I enlisted in the active service in Petawawa. I went to North Bay for basic training, and from after 2 months in North Bay, we were shipped to Petawawa, to the Royal Canadian Engineer Training Center. I was on the parade ground for, we'll say about maybe a month or so, when they found out I had the qualifications to type and to take shorthand, and they pulled me into the office, and I was very quickly promoted to staff sergeant. I was non-commissioned officer of records, which included being with the doctors when the recruits came in, and entering the records, and also then in the office typing them in. And sometimes it was rush. Sometimes you'd have maybe a dozen or so specialists going overseas, so they'd come to me, the officer would come to me and say, here, we got to get so many documents ready by 12 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock now, are you going to be able to do it? And we did it. I said, don't worry, we'll get it done. And then rushed the train, put the documents on the train, and away they went with the people, with the personnel. Of course, when the war was over in Europe, then we, in the offices all over Canada, were access to the establishment, and we were all shipped to Kingston, where they formed the 6th Division. And from there we were shipped to Fort Belvoir in Virginia for training to go to Japan, to the Japanese front. However, not too long after that, Harry Truman dropped the bomb, and the war was finished, and we were shipped back to Petawawa, and they wanted me to continue in Petawawa to document the personnel that are coming home from overseas. And I asked my commanding officer, if I did a good job for you so far, why don't you let me go? And by gosh, he did. When the bomb was dropped, I was in Washington, and Washington, everything stopped in Washington. The streetcars, nothing moved. There were people all over Washington. Nothing moved. And there was three or four of us from Petawawa that were there, and we happened to meet a pilot, and we asked him if we could have a look at Washington from an airplane above, you know. And the pilot says, well, he says, we can't do that. It's against the law to fly over Washington, but I'm going to New York to pick up some bigwigs. And he said, if you want to come, the three of us, if you want to come, I'll take you over to New York, but you'll have to find your own way back to camp. See? So we did go to New York, and they really treated us well in New York.